So I asked you before if you think that you would be the person you are today, where you are today, if you hadn't gone through the things you had before. But it does seem like if you hadn't taken that turn and gone towards addiction, that you would have likely ended up in the military with like your background in martial arts, with the way you feel about, our country and being an Eagle Scout and all of those things that you're attracted to, which is manly, God-fearing stuff. If you had gone that route, do you think you would be the person you are today?
If I had gone that other route?
Mm-hmm.
As in going the alternate route that I was like a life of addiction, like I didn't really know, I didn't believe that I was going to make it to, I didn't think I was going to make it to C21. Then I made it to 21 and I was like, okay, definitely not going to make it to 30. Sad, but that's the reality of it. But going the other route, I don't know if I'd be alive today either, because it's very likely that I would have gone one of those routes, that route, gone into the military, and I would have pushed hard to get in as much of a top tier organization, a highly active unit that's doing something. So, and it's a really common thing for guys to die doing that. So, who knows? I mean, in the way that I operate, the way that I do things, I would have definitely been one that would have been in the front, leading the pack, So, it's very likely that something like that could have happened. The end of that, I mean, and I do have thoughts. I do, have feelings at times of, I really wish I had gone that direction, because life, I feel like it could have been more purposeful or meaningful, but I know it's just not. It wasn't God's plan for me, so it is what it is. And I'm grateful for it today. I'm really grateful because I still have today. I actually have the opportunity and I have the pleasure of being friends with a lot of these guys that have fought for our country and have put in a lot of work and done a lot of incredible things. So. And all these guys have been super welcoming and have welcomed me into their community and done everything they can to help me out. So I'm super grateful for that. And, it's kind of like I almost have the benefits of it. But, it's at the end of the day, I just know it's God's plan. So I'm grateful for it. And if I'm able to impact more people's lives, which it seems like it's the case with the testimony that I have today, so be it. It's all in the past now. Was it a difficult life? Absolutely. Was there points in time where I didn't think I was going to survive? Absolutely. I had a lot of close encounters. But trading it all, yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful for it. It's in the past. I don't hold on to it. I don't let it. I don't have reservations on it. It doesn't like hold me back from doing anything in life. It's just something that happened, and now it's no longer like my story. It's something that I share with others. So it's other people's story now. So God is good.
God is good. How much do you empathize with the prodigal son in the Bible? Or how similar do you see your story as similar to his?
Very much so. Very much so. And it was never really, I was always aware of the story, and I just, of course, being so lost, I just never really...
Did you see yourself as the prodigal son?
I didn't for a long time until I finally got sober and really, I was actually in prison, and it started resonating with me because it'd be a daily ritual of mine was to read my Bible, and I did that for years. I mean, I was locked up. When I got sober, I'd spent about a year in jail, and then I got out, and then I spent 4 years and change in federal prison. So it's like 5 years of every day spending a good amount of time reading the Bible. And so I burned through the Bible a few times, and coming across that story, then it would start to resonate with me. And then the most interesting part was getting in then being in federal prison, and they had MP3 players, and you were able to download songs, of course. And so really got big into country music and came across that artist Brantley Gilbert, and he has a song called "The Prodigal Son," and modern day prodigal son. And yeah, it was like, man, really hit me, like brought me to tears, almost every time I'd listen to that song. And so I'd have, dreams. I came across that song probably a few years before I got released, and so listening to that song over a few years worth of time really set things in my mind of gave me something to look forward to coming back, and the fact that I had restored relationships with my family. I had really messed the relationships of my family up, but the fact that I had gotten sober before I got indicted by the feds, and the fact that I turned my life around, I really helped repair a lot of my family's relationships. And so I had a lot of family support while I was in federal prison. And so knowing that when I'd come back, I'd have family support, it just really resonated with me. And still a very strong song when I listen to today. So, and the fact, I got a text from my dad earlier tonight, just saying how proud he is of me, and something I really worried about for a long time. After I started getting sober, was like, I really want to do something and make something of my life to where my parents are actually proud of me, because everything I had done for the first half of my life was not anything to be proud of. So the fact that I'm getting feedback from my parents today saying that they're proud of what I'm doing is really a good thing. It hits home for all the years that I've done bad stuff. So.
Come a long way.